One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. The crowd has packed this place out, and you can feel the energy reverberating. It's the UTEP Miners and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Notre Dame coming off a 10-win season, but there was a sour taste in their mouth after they were left out of the college football playoff. Marcus Freeman has so many great recruits loaded with talent. He knows this team is going to have a huge chip on their shoulder as they try to get back into the college football playoff this season. Reese?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like,
turning it on! Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He's going to take off. Fights off a defender. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the clock stops for an injured player on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Carr. Makes the grab. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
It's going to be fun to watch this receiving group, I think, for Notre Dame this season. I think one of the things Marcus Freeman's done a really good job of in recent years is go to the portal and bring difference makers at the receiver spot. It was Malachi Fields coming over for Virginia, the big, tall body making big plays downfield last year for the Irish. And this has always been a position, David, that we thought was always a little bit behind some of the elite competition in college football, but it feels like that's starting to change now.
And Greathouse and Faison both back, so obviously some experience there, but then bringing in some ultra-talented, highly recruited receivers from Ohio State. Those guys usually pan out pretty well. To have that speed element, and a couple of guys that maybe click now with this C.J. Carr offense, and the passing attack, which went from a liability a couple years ago to a strength.
Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The run inside. It's Williams. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. The give is to Williams. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. They'll move the tight end. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, they're after him. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Well, that couldn't have gone any better.
It's so great for an offense to come out right out of the gate and score a touchdown on your opening drive. It just helps the offense establish that rhythm that is so important. It'll be interesting now to see how this offense does the remainder of this contest.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Miners offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. They'll be matched up against one of the best secondaries in the country.
Hey, man, I can't wait to watch this chess match today. This defense, they are so buttoned up, man. They are dialed in. They know exactly who they are. They can run zone. They can run man. They can stop the run. Like, they make things really hard for quarterbacks, Jesse. And this quarterback on the other side, he's pretty dang good. So I'm excited to see this matchup.
He's really good. He just has to be keyed in on timing. The ball has to come out on time. You can't stare things down against this defense because they're going to make you pay. And they try to make you see ghosts. I think one of the really good things about this defense is that they do a nice job disguising their coverages and changing the picture pre-snap to post-snap. So we know this quarterback physically, obviously, one of the most...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover 1 man coverage. Just him and the wide out, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Grabbed in the middle. It's Flanagan. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Now on the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Throwing, Carr. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Miners offense all set and ready to start the drive. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Looking to throw, it's Colson. Pocket breaking down. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Makes the grab, it's Thomas. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
The Miners send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got it. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Williams. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback will keep it. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. The Irish send out the punt unit, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Running inside, it's Jones. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Finds his man. It's Thomas. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
And off to Jones. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Colson. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times when you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting the ball and DB's not. This time you could tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the throw.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Gets it to the back. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down, because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's moving out of the pocket. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down. Under fire. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off play action. Fires to the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
To the air, it's Colson. Here's a heat. Right on the money. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the first down.
Really nice job in execution there on that 3rd down through the passing game. All of a sudden now you've got a decision to make, because you're in field goal range. But do you have the confidence to leave your offense out there to pick this first down up and go looking for a touchdown? It's a big decision right here for the head coach.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Rides the option, he keeps it. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
when you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in and you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. But the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone. And last year to start the season, Notre Dame had everything except for maybe that quarterback spot. Now this year, it's no doubt about it, right? C.J. Carr is the dude, and he chose Notre Dame even though the family has the Michigan ties. But Palmer, he showed last year throughout the season he grew and became a pretty dang good football player.
Yeah, and I think really at the end of last year, he was certainly playing well enough for them to reach the college football playoff. I think he is one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people look at this year's Notre Dame team and they say, we are a legit national championship caliber team. You know Notre Dame's going to play defense with Marcus Freeman as the head coach. You know they're going to have playmakers at the skill spots. But C.J. Carr, he's going to be the key for them this season.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Makes a man miss. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Run in the red zone, it's Williams. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll give it on the counter. Bust through behind his pad. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wide receiver going in motion. The run inside. It's Jones. There he goes. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
And the Miners really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to run for it. They went right back to him, and they got the exact same thing. Nothing doing against this defense. It'll be fourth down.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all fourth downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter fourth down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So I think this offense might have to take this opportunity to be aggressive, try to make this fourth down conversion, and try to go down the field and get some points on the board.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Carr. Got it in the middle. It's Flanagan. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Play action. Carr throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. There he goes to the left. He's at the touchdown. There it is. Once he got some room, it was over. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Grabbed behind the line, it's Thomas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Draw play, quarterback keeps it. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's Colson. Got it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Working that left side. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Well, they're running the curl route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. And you saw the velocity and the arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
The Miners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
So now it's 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jones. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here's the pressure. Working that left side now. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Dropping back, it's Colson. Rushes on him, and he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Turns it loose deep. Grabs it inside the 15. A bit nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. This tight end is enjoying quite the day through 2 quarters. It's amazing how athletic tight ends are now and just how much they're utilized. He's played a starring role in giving them this halftime lead. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of Touchdown Jesus.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, let him go get yards.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Running inside. It's Jones. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. And off to Jones. Still running at the 40. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
That's caught. It's Thomas. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Reads it, fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too...
It's Colson. Quarterback now breaking the field. Breaks into the open. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Got it behind the line. It's Smith. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's all
coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete on the right side.
And defensively on 3rd down, man, that is absolutely your goal. You want to play top down, play back. If they want to dump the ball off to the running back, so be it. But you got to tackle him, and you got to get him to the ground. And that's exactly what this defense does, and they force the 4th down.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Just drives it between the uprights. Are forced to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 91, set to kick it away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish back on offense. The run inside. It's Williams. Got enough for the first. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. They'll move the wide receiver. On the move. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And I'm not surprised by this QB, man. He's picking up where he left off, right? They've built a cushion, built a lead, struggling to stop the passing game, keep pushing the ball down the field. He's making the right reads, and this offense is in a groove.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Creates a little spin. Might have a chance. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Carr. Zings it complete to the right. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Notre Dame comes to the line. That last completion giving them a fresh set of downs. Trying to run, it's Young. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. UTEP has the ball, the offense, ready to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go right back to the run. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
To the air, it's Colson. Pressure coming. Gets rid of it. Hauls it in. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Grab behind the line. It's Thomas. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The Miners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jones. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Miners are flying down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Scanning the field, it's Colson. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Miners will punt this one away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. The give is to Williams. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Tight end now in motion. Off the RPO, complete. Could not make his way to the corner.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Here comes the option. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Punt is in the air. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The UTEP offense headed out to the field to start this drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Running inside, it's Jones. Strong, firm tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Now facing a third and long. Trying play action. Under fire. Finds his big tight end. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And off to Jones. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Brings up second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's got it again. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Quick release by the QB. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game. The RPO, it's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the...
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, UTEP. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Safe to say the offense could have used a few more plays like that earlier in the game.
Too little, too late. At least you got something going. You got some kind of rhythm. The offense put some points up. But, man, if they'd have started a little bit better, they might have had a chance to be a little bit more in this ballgame.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it.
Number 91, set to kick off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll send the tight end in motion. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They're dealing with a second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The run inside, it's Young. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. An explosive play in the running game moves the sticks for the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. The game is well in hand. You just hope this injury is not serious. If time permits, Holly will get us up to date. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. This is a designed run, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the designed quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Young, and they get him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Complete to the left. And he's got the first down. Good pickup on the play there. And now we'll see what they do coming out of the 2-minute timeout.